What's up, you guys? Trust your intuition for guiding you right here. You are meant to find out what your divine purpose is over the next year. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I used charms to help you decide between each group. So for group one, we have the C3PO charm, almost said R2D2, C3PO, and this kind of makeshift moth. So if you're feeling that energy, go for group one. That's a Star Wars reference, in case anyone's like, what the hell are you talking about? I just realized people might not know. Okay, so group two, we have the Plentiful Harvest here, and then we have the Bejeweled Frog. So if you're feeling that energy, go for group two. Group three, we have the Snail, and we have the Rose Charm. So if you're feeling that, go for group three. Group four, we have the Once Upon a Time fairy tale book and a zodiac sign right here. This is Aquarius. So maybe you are an Aquarius. Maybe you're just feeling that energy for whatever reason. Again, this is all about your divine purpose over the next year. So around this time next year, I'm hearing March or April. Check back with this video. Let me know if it came to fruition for you. But again, that's the question. What is your divine purpose over the next year? So take a moment, see which group is calling out to you, and I will see you in your reading. What's up, group one? Trust your intuition because it led you right here to this group for a reason. Let's see what your divine purpose is over the next year. Okay, so around this time next year in 2026, let's hope everything has come to fruition. Let's manifest it now. Everything in the best way possible. Okay, so you guys were drawn to the C3PO charm and this makeshift fly or moth, which right off the bat, I think it's really interesting because both of these make me think of robots or human-made or something that is programmable, something that is invented and created. So right off the bat, I feel like inventor is what's coming to mind when I think of what you're meant to do over the next year. There's either a crazy idea that you have, and I feel like you've been sitting on it for a while, that you're meant to put out there. There's something that you're meant to put into, I'm hearing a process, because I feel like you've been sitting on this idea for years and the universe is like, we don't want to pass it on to someone else. It's yours, group one. So I feel like there's something, maybe you're literally an inventor, like a mechanical engineer. I don't know. I feel like this is more of an idea though, especially with this just being C3PO's head. So let's see what else is coming into play here. All right. They're telling me to break out the selenite bowl. So I'm going to get something through the dice about what your divine purpose is over the next year, group one. Group one's divine purpose. Ooh, we have vibrant, inspired, patient, willing, steady. Patient and steady. Vibrant and inspired and willing. I feel like there's something about, I'm getting like a light bulb energy, like a light bulb lightening up, vibrant and inspired, like an aha idea, a revelation. Maybe it's an inventor's idea of some sort. And then it's like you kind of go through the motions, maybe patient. I don't know why I got the word patent with that when I was just looking at it really quick. There could be something where you have to be patient about bureaucracy or, you know, going through the whole government copyright patent process. I feel like this is also about dedicating yourself to your craft day after day. But I feel like there's something about a revelation and it's like you being loyal to it, you dedicating yourself to this idea. And with willing, I don't even think this is just you kind of being open-minded and accepting of what you're going to receive from this. But I think also there's a willingness from other people like, oh, this is new, this is innovative, we haven't seen this before, group one. So there's something about being open-minded too. Getting a lot about the mind too, especially with me just staring at C3PO's head. Like, why is his whole body not in that? But whatever. Okay. I'm also actually going to get a number that's going to be really important for you, group one, over the next year. Divine number for group one. Divine number for group one. What is it? 53. 53 adds up to 8. 8 is a number of completion, infinity symbol. You might notice the infinity symbol a lot over the next year, group 1. Getting something with everlasting. 53. Maybe you're going to run into a lot of 53-year-olds, like seasoned vets in whatever industry this is. But 53, number to hold on to, number to remember. Okay. I love that we have vibrant and inspired. I feel like putting this over here. Okay, group 1. Let's see what's going on for you. Wizard, balance. So balance is going to be a huge thing for you over the next year. With Wizard, I'm getting something about magic, witches and wizards, Hogwarts kind of energy. I don't know if you're a smoker. This is my metaphysical, I think it's the cannabis deck, metaphysical cannabis deck, yes. But there's definitely something, maybe you get this idea while smoking, ideas, right? I feel like with balance and wizard, I'm getting something about, literally, maybe I said that for a reason, metaphysical to the physical. There's something that I feel like is an idea that's coming down into practicality. And it's like you're implementing it in real time with real world tools and contraptions. It feels like you're literally turning thought into thing, group 1. So that's going to be big for you over the next year, turning thought into thing and the action of doing it. Okay, so we have real treasure, hold your boundaries and guard your precious time. With the dragon, we have power of 3, gather your closest allies to rise to the coming challenges. 53 and the number 3. Gather your closest allies to rise to the coming challenges. And then we have potent potion. Your spells are very effective in carrying out your commands. So I do think that there's something about, I'm going to put this in here. There's something about the way that you talk, which is a very vibrant, clear form of turning thought into thing. So speaking your reality is going to be really important for you, group 1. With the power of 3 and the real treasure about boundaries, I'm getting guard your circle energy. Like you're going to have your soul tribe, but there's going to be people that try to get in no matter what. Maybe that's also what willing is about, who you're willing to let into your space, right? Because you're about your shit. It seems like you're about your craft. You're about this mission. And I feel like it's about being very intentional about turning thought into thing. And if you have people over here just, gossiping all day or talking about things that aren't that important, and you're just kind of like, being around you is a waste of my time. I'm not feeling vibrant. I'm not feeling inspired. There's something about not letting them in, not being willing to settle. And I think over the next year, that's going to be really important for you. Only being around your soul tribe and people that really, I'm hearing, matter. Damn, spirit be just telling it sometimes. With potent potion, I'm getting for a few of you, you could be into aromatherapy or making your own potions, teas, herbal juices. There could be something about that too. Maybe you're also literally into cannabis, growing it, selling it somehow. Maybe you're in it with your 3 homies or 2 homies. All right. Ooh, group 1, I love this. We have abundance and inner child. And then we have endings and despair. And with the snake there, I definitely feel like you're having to be very mindful of who's in your circle. But I think because of that, it's almost like you're only telling the universe, I only accept abundance. I only accept fun. I only accept play and high vibrational energy, joyful energy. So over the next year, I feel like this is about being extremely intentional with your energy. All right, I want to get more for you, group 1. Let's take the tarot. I think really the main thing I'm getting is being very mindful of your circle and living with intention and speaking with intention. That's your divine purpose over the next year. the power of your voice and realizing that what you speak is always going to come to light. So let's get more for group 1, their divine purpose over the next year. The Hierophant, talk about speaking and what you're creating with your voice. Okay, so this is a counselor, this is a mentor, this is a teacher. Taurus energy. So you might start offering courses or classes or lessons. I feel like you're a mentor in something, you're a leader in something. We have a lot of options here. Maybe you're also the one taking the class. So the 7 of Cups is Scorpio energy, and that's all about alternatives, options, also kind of daydreaming. So maybe you're thinking about ways to live an abundant life. We have the 2 of Wands, Aries energy. This is a vision card. It's a card of potential. I feel like there's a lot about what you could become with this over the next year. Like there's a lot about what can I do? It's like you're learning something and then figuring out what to do with it. I'm feeling like you graduate over the next year. You're deciding to move forward. This is moving into refuge, the 6 of Swords, Aquarius energy. It's almost like you're trying to move forward in a healing way with something you've learned. And maybe this is even, reflecting on your inner child and seeing where it needs healing and then coming out on the other side like, oh, I suddenly the universe led me into herbalism, and now I'm offering teas, I'm offering juices. I'm really teaching people how to, heal their soul with certain plants and flowers. It could be anything, but I feel like there's a lot about taking what you've learned and turning it into a vision of healing. But somehow, right, we have this invention. So it's like something very unique is being created. Look at this, the Fool on the bottom. Just heard take it out. You might face some challenges. The 8 of Wands in reverse, Sagittarius energy, is all about stopping, right? And we did have endings with that card. Page of Cups. This is you following your intuition. I use this side of the deck as what explains this. So this feels like you're following your intuition, but some people might second guess you. They might be like, are you sure? Are you sure you really know what you're doing there? No one's ever really done that before. Or, people don't make a lot of money from that. It feels like you're kind of deprogramming yourself in order to program something else. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. I've got more for you, Group 1. All right, give me more about Group 1's divine purpose over the next year. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now I'm hearing I need to shuffle. Okay. Group 1's divine purpose over the next year. Tell me more about Group 1's divine purpose. There's definitely something with an idea, with this inventor energy, with the robots. We've got the Fool, we've got vibrant, inspired. The 2 of Wands, the 7 of Cups. There's definitely like a huge idea that I feel like the universe is like, okay, now act on it. All right, we have overflow of solutions to help with hardships, conquering obstacles through divine resources. So some of you could be tarot readers. I feel like some of you are definitely into divination, definitely into, why did I just hear the occult? The other side, spirituality, the non-physical, right? We were talking about metaphysical earlier. So I feel like a lot of you are into the non-physical. Confirmation, my dryer going off. Look at this. We have doing less, listening more. Okay. Learning to trust. Let's get more for Group 1, if I could talk. Group 1's divine purpose over the next year. I'm hearing take this out at the end. Okay. I'm going to save that card for the end then, Group 1. All right. Group 1's divine purpose over the next year. The most divine purpose for Group 1 over the next year. Thank you. All right. Ooh, we have energetic sensitivity, deeply empathic, psychically gifted, self-sacrificing, frequently feels guilty, feels emotions of others, imaginative, highly permeable, energetic boundaries. Literally, I feel like that's everything we've talked about. Setting boundaries, getting definitely a sacred circle. You could also be involving yourself in a coven, right? With the power of 3, even the 3 there on the Hierophant. I feel like we got that psychic energy with the 7 of Cups. Even the Hierophant is like, this could be a tarot reader. This could be someone that's into, what is that, EFT, like that frequency, and the tapping. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual modalities going on here. But group 1, Saturn in the 12th house, Pisces, I believe. This is a very powerful spiritual energy, and I'm getting a lot of like blue and purple. Let's see what this said. If someone doesn't respect you, it's okay to walk away. And I'm kind of getting that with the 6 of Swords. Like, and didn't we have that endings here? Endings and despair. So maybe that's what, you know, keep your circle safe is about. Not settling, not allowing anyone to tell you what's what. I feel like you're being your own authority here, and it makes sense because you're creating something. I feel like you're creating something from your hurts. I don't know if this is tarot readings. This could be art too. And it seems like you're very skilled in it with the Hierophant. So I loved this reading, group 1. I really hope it resonated. If you're interested in more readings from me, recurring readings, take a look at my Patreon. The link is below in the description box. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I got that info below. Also, my website, themoonempress.com, is where you can check out bookings and all that fun stuff. But thanks so much for being here, group 1. I love you, and I will talk to you again very soon. Group 2, what's up? Trust your intuition, because I promise you it led you right here to this group for a reason. Let's see what your divine purpose is over the next year. Okay, so I really love that. You know, I randomly choose the charms. I'm not like looking in there like, oh, this would be good for group 2. I just kind of let spirit do the picking. So I love that this naturally came out for you, because this is like a harvest, a fall harvest. So maybe, right, I said next year, in the next year, kind of thinking like April energy, spring energy, but this could really extend into the fall of 2026. So right off the bat, I think you're planting something this year around this time, or whenever you start to watch this reading, and it's going to take a little bit over a year for you to reap the full harvest of it, group 2. And then we have the Bejeweled Frog. So I feel like there's something about a little bit of luck involved with that too. So I'm already loving this. Okay. I think I'm hearing the luck has to do with your divine intention. So when you're planting this seed or trying to manifest whatever this is, make sure you put a lot of good energy into the thought behind it. Okay, so I'm going to get started with the dice for you guys, and let's see a really important number that's going to come up for you within the next year, or a little bit longer than a year. Divine number for group 2 over the next year that kind of expresses their purpose. Four is a really strong number. Instantly, I'm thinking like 4 of Wands energy, right? Like that's the 1111 card. It's all about bonds, and it makes me think of the 4 legs of a chair, 4 walls to a room, 4-member family units. It's kind of like the perfect number of a grouping. So there's something really powerful about the number 4. It kind of begins power in numbers, right? Because you could say 3 is a pattern, but then once you get to 4, it's kind of like, okay, we're in this. So definitely a grouping is what I get with the number 4. And then let's get something through the dice here. Group 2, their divine purpose over the next year. Divine purpose. Ooh, I love unique and confident and evolving. Patient and enriched. With unique and confident, I feel like you're being unapologetically yourself. That's definitely something that's in your divine purpose over the next year. Speak your mind, say your truth. With evolving, maybe you used to be like a little bit quieter and you didn't really want to upset the waters and, you know, the people around you. There could be something about that, but I feel like a lot of you are water signs. I don't know. Maybe some of you are air signs. But I'm getting something with like the waves churning, the winds changing. And with patient and enriched. I'm hearing patience will make you enriched. So there's something that I feel like is becoming from the unapologetic version of yourself, the very authentic version of yourself. And it's evolving into something where I feel like there might be a waiting period, right? Just like with this harvest here, it might be a little bit longer than a year, but then with enriched, this could literally be literal enriching, like your bank account becomes enriched or your lifestyle becomes enriched. I'm getting something with a lot of money with that, especially with the green energy, like wealth. I don't know why I'm getting money and wealth with that, but I am. But I feel like it's going to pay off, or there's going to be a breakthrough by the end of this cycle. Number 4, keep that in mind. Could be 4 million, 40 million, 444 million, 4 billion, who knows, 44 billion. All right. Group 2. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on in your divine purpose over the next year. Abracadabra, connect, which definitely goes with the number 4, that kind of grouping energy. We have in the cards, that's why we're reading the cards, right? Divination gives you direction, but you have to take the steps. So maybe some of you with connect and in the cards are tarot card readers, and you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Maybe you plant the seeds now. You kind of start, putting out your first videos, or at least recording them and seeing how goofy you sound and the trials and tribulations of where you can clean it up. It feels like a lot of you are on the path of divination or tarot reading, and that's definitely a confirmation. Maybe you have 4 videos out, or there's a goal with the number 4 in some way. We have masked intent. Someone has ulterior motives that they are concealing. Interesting. I wonder if this is even you, kind of keeping it under wraps until it blows up. But let's see. And then we have horned goddess. This is a time of fertility and nurturing yourself and others. Oh, I actually feel like this is you. There's a very tiny percentage. Some of you, maybe it's your divine purpose to be pregnant over the next year. Very small percentage is what I'm getting. But I feel like for the majority of you, this is about birthing something that's been on your mind for a while, especially as it relates to divination. And I feel like even with masked intent, that's why I said maybe this is you. You've kind of, been in the shadows a little bit more. And maybe that's why confidence and unique, it's evolving into something greater because you're putting your voice out there, or your videos out there, or your content out there. And it's a time of birthing that and nourishing that. So that could be something. All right, let's get more for you, group 2. Over the next year, purpose. We have vulnerability and inner child. Okay. So vulnerability to me is literally the epitome of putting yourself out there. And then, I love the key, guide and intuition. A lot of you are into the metaphysical. A lot of you are into the otherworldly. A lot of you are into this, tarot reading and magic. Group 2. Did we just become best friends? All right. There's definitely something about seeing into the unknown. All right, tell me more for group 2, their divine purpose over the next year. What are they meant to birth? Ooh, look at this, devil. So again, there could be a small percentage of you that get pregnant, because this can be sex, 7 deadly sins energy. So let's see, pride, lust, envy, greed, wrath, sloth. What am I missing? Gluttony? Did I say that? I don't know. You gotta look them up, guys. But it could also be something to do with distractions. But I'm definitely feeling like a cult almost energy, like darkness energy. All right, give me more for group 2, their divine plan, purpose over the next year. We have temperance. Yeah, I feel like maybe if you were indulging in something not so good with the devil energy coming out, because the devil is all about chains and toxic attachments. This could even be a person. I feel like you're tempering that energy. You're healing that energy. So something good is coming of either like a karmic connection, but this is all about your divine purpose. So, Either this happens over the next year, you end this over the next year. Maybe someone's like, oh, you're doing the devil's work with all that divination, right? Maybe that's just a cheeky joke from spirit. But it seems like with these angel wings, you're coming through as a divine being. Group 2, let's get more. We have strength here. The devil could even be naysayers. You know, people trying to tell you, hey, you shouldn't be into this. Get a real job. Don't be a YouTuber. I mean, they could really be saying a lot of different things, but I feel like with temperance and strength, there's a healing in here where it's not only healing you, but you're becoming stronger because of whatever devilish energy you went through. This feels like a trauma. And then you're kind of coming out on top here. Not kind of, but you are. Group 2, tell me more about their divine purpose over the next year. Ooh, we have death coming out. I'm hearing turn it upright. All right, Scorpio energy. So we have Scorpio, Leo, Sag, and Capricorn. All major arcana is something to be noted, group 2. So there's huge, huge change coming for you. Yeah, and if you really look up the word arcana, it means secret. So I feel like there's a lot of secrets and things that are in the dark that you're uncovering here. Maybe even things about yourself that you didn't know. With the death card, this is a major transformation. Death changes everything. So there's an ending with death too. The world in reverse. You have all major arcanas. This is all about unfinished business. I'm hearing take it out. So there's a cycle you need to complete over the next year and then a decision. Look at this. In reverse, the 10 of Swords is a resurrection, which leads to a choice. Ooh. And then I'm liking, this is like a new adventure. I'm hearing death is a new adventure. Group 2, this is so interesting. No, you're not going to die over the next year, but there is something, in the old you might die. But then you're birthing something with that horned goddess, the horny goddess, fertility goddess. Group 2, what is it that group 2 needs to see? Their divine purpose over the next year. Holding grudges, envy, jealousy, spite, hello devil, resentment, tension, self-sabotage, cloudy judgment. Obsessiveness is in the air. The frequencies around are getting real dense and heavy. Be mindful of destructive thinking patterns resurfacing from the past or in general. So I feel like you're actually healing a lot of your thinking. Ooh, I love this group too. This is one of the most important lessons in life I feel like you can learn about switching your thinking, clearing negative thoughts, thinking slightly better thoughts that make you feel better, because it's all thought, right? Everything stems from your mind. So group 2, I feel like this is all about getting your mind right. And I think in getting your mind right, the old you has to shatter and fall away. Claircognizance or clairvoyance is the next card. So you're going to be seeing a lot of things. Shadow. I think you're going to be healing your shadow. I'm hearing becoming friends with your shadow. Okay, group 2. Divine purpose over the next year. Ooh, there's a lot of clearing work here, and you're going to see a lot of things because of that clearing work and birth something new. Let's talk about it. Divine purpose, expansive creativity, Jupiter in the 5th house, Leo, I will. Popular, unusually creative, magnetic, imaginative, expressive, abundant life. Speculative, conceited, overconfident, fun-loving, artistic, athletic, egoic. Which can kind of be that devilish energy, but I feel like it's now working for you. Maybe it even was your ego that was the devil. But again, I think this is all about shifting your thoughts. Oh my God, group 2, I'm obsessed with this reading. Look, on the bottom we have searching for mental security, and on this side we have dedicated. So there's something about you being your own security blanket, like not needing anyone else. This really feels like you're on your highest thought wave timeline. You only allow in the best of the best thoughts. And again, for some people, you're finding yourself in tarot readings. We have taken a moment to consider the things you don't like about yourself and with love and compassion. So maybe that's even the way you think, right? Like send those thoughts away with love, but you don't have to harp on like, oh, why was I in this energy? And, you know, I feel like okay, I had to read this. When you understand there's no such thing as death, you can drop all fears. So this is really all about your thought process. Other side, when you fully access your inner being, you will possess all the power of an infinite creator being. This is a very powerful reading. I'm getting that with expansive energy too, like creativity too. I feel like this is all about you realizing your power and how powerful you are. Getting something about power in numbers too with that number 4, but this is all about connecting with your higher self. I feel like this is all about shifting your thoughts too. Maybe that's what a confident, unique, and evolving is about. And patience, just like keep on with that wave until there's a breakthrough, an enriched breakthrough. So group 2, I love this reading so much. I hope this resonated with you. I do feel like luck is on your side with that frog right there. If you're interested in recurring readings, look at my Patreon. That information is in the description box. So is my website, themoonempress.com. Also got an Etsy that you can check out. And yeah, if you're interested in any payment information or how that whole process works, look down below in the description box. But thank you so much for being a part of this reading. I love you, and I will talk to you again very soon. Mwah. What's good, group 3? Trust your intuition for guiding you right here to this very particular group. This is all about what your divine purpose is over the next year. Okay, so you guys were drawn to the snail charm, which I think is really interesting because this could be indicative that it's going to take the entirety of the year to really draw out whatever purpose you are living. Or something about it just taking time to reap the benefits. I'm hearing taking time to sow. And then we have the rose here, which I'm also kind of getting slower energy, right? It takes time for a rose to bloom. Why am I hearing, but then they fade really fast? Keep it in bloom for as long as possible. I don't know why I just heard that, but I did group 3. So there's definitely something about a slower process, or I don't know if I want to say a slower process, but the process, you know, it takes the time that it takes is really kind of what I'm getting at. So enjoy the process. Let's get a number for you through this dice, a divine number that you need to pay attention to over the next year. Group 3, what is the divine number? 11. Ooh, I'm noticing 34, 31, 55, 25, 19, 14. Maybe you are those ages, but 11 is what we landed on. That's an angel number. And they say there's something about the 11s, right? Like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There's a very divine element to the 11s. So there's something, I'm hearing 1 and 1 is 2. Which 2 is also a very divine number. It's the High Priestess. 11 in tarot is the Justice card. So there could be something about justice taking its time. If you're dealing with a court case, that could be a little hint that justice is on your side. Yeah, I'm noticing 55, angel number. But let's get a little bit more for group 3. Tell me about their divine purpose over the next year. I'm hearing you guys are going to notice 1111 a lot. We have fulfilled, love it, end with fulfilled, or begin. Energetic, serene, radical, resilient, or end with serene. Let's start with fulfilled. I feel like there's something about your resilient energy, right? Your ability to bounce back. That's going to leave you feeling very fulfilled. This is really all about getting back up on the horse, which maybe that's a year-long process. And with radical, I'm hearing it's going to look radical to other people. It might even feel radical to you, group 3, but I feel like it's an urge. Radical resilience makes me think of like an urge to get back on the horse. So I feel like you're doing everything in your power. I feel like maybe like a few years ago, maybe it was like pre-pandemic, you really had it going on. You were doing really good with your workouts, being very conscious of what was going into your body. And maybe over the last few years, you've just kind of fallen into a slump, right? Maybe some of you dealt with a death, maybe some of you dealt with personal health issues, whatever it was. I feel like there is this whole bounce back into it energy. And with serene, I'm getting calm, I'm getting peaceful. I just heard end with serene because I feel like it's almost like better than feeling fulfilled, or that serenity is what's leaving you fulfilled. I feel like there's something about like this is the body I'm supposed to be in. This is the way I'm supposed to feel. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, there's something about like, I can breathe and relax now. But I feel like there's something over the next year that you need to pay attention to. And I'm hearing 11 can also refer to 11 months. All right, group 3, let's get more for you. Over the next year, let's see your divine purpose. Come on, Yamaya Resurrection. I'm telling you, there's a bounce back in here. I love that. Light the way. Your leadership skills are being called upon to guide others. Yeah, you know, I feel like you're one of those rare cases, group 3, where, you know, I don't know why I keep coming back to this example, but I feel like a lot of you need to hear it. Like, I feel like at once upon a time, a lot of you were really amazing with workouts and exercising and getting it done and not making excuses. And for whatever reason, you've fallen out of that. I feel like I'm talking to myself here. This feels like you're that rare person where suddenly it's like you just get back into it. You don't make excuses anymore. You're like, all right, I'm doing this every day. I'm disciplining myself. I don't give a fuck how much it hurts. I'm doing this. I know what ideal body I want. I just want to get back into it. And it feels like you're someone, like most people are just like, oh, you know, I got kids, you know, I got this going on, that going on. And they don't really... They make excuses for why they can't get back into something or live their highest timeline. And I feel like you are not that person. Group 3, you are someone that is, maybe you're dancing your way into it. That's what I'm getting with that. But it's just like, I'm not living a lesser life than I have lived, is what I'm hearing. I feel like you were once upon a time like your most vibrant self. And I feel like you're trying to get back in that energy. You're not trying, you're doing it, group 3. We have Messenger. The news and answers you are waiting for are on the way. And I'm kind of getting something with that message in particular about take the first step. You don't need to, you know, have everything mapped out in front of you. Just know the general direction you're going in, and that's enough. And I feel like there's something about snail mail too, with Messenger and the snail. Someone could literally be sending you snail mail. So be on the lookout for something in the post. Right? In the mailbox. Crystal power. Invest your energy in your crystals to hold the vibration. You know, I've never even thought to do this, but if you're feeling down and out one day, grab a crystal and put it on your forehead and put all of that energy into that crystal. I'm hearing it works better with like black onyx. But I don't know why I just got that message, but I did. And I think I'm going to try doing that myself if I ever have an off day. That's a very random message, but there's something about putting stressful energy into crystals because it can hold the vibration. Wow, that was truly like a very channeled message, group 3. All right, we have nurture and community. I'm hearing nurture your community. Yeah, there's something with you being a leader here. And maybe with the snail too, you're actually building an empire without realizing it. I feel like there's something with that rose and the snail together, like nature, connection, and seek. And getting something with seek, light the way, connection, and messenger, a divine messenger. I feel like I've gotten this for every group, and it kind of makes sense, I guess, because we're reading tarot cards. But you could be a tarot reader with a light the way, messenger, connection, seek, community. Maybe, you know, you're trying to build an online community or literally a local community. All right, let's get more for group 3. Tell me about their divine purpose over the next year. I keep looking at that word resilient and energetic. Definitely all about the bounce back and also about like leading a revolution. All right, more energy. Group 3, what's going on? Their divine plan for the next year. Oh my God. All right. So we have the 10 of Swords, Gemini energy. This could be a backstab. This is the end of a very painful, toxic cycle. Hearing, thank God it's over. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So this is all about counselorship, mentorship. Maybe you're seeing like a therapist after a bad breakup. I mean, this could be anything. Maybe the message is that someone was backstabbing you. We have Ace of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo energy. Group 3, this feels like there's a revelation on the horizon, right? The Ace of Wands is like a new adventure. Aces are always new opportunity, and Wands is fiery, it's passionate, it's energetic. So again, we got that resilient energy going on, right? It's like we fall down, we might even have killed off the old self, but then it's like we learn something from this and come back even better. Group 3, tell me about their divine purpose over the next year. Straight, I'm loving this. I love how this ended. I actually kind of love how it started too, right? It's not like all bright rainbows and sunshine. I mean, maybe life is like that for you. Well, what happens when you go through a trauma, right? It's like we have to learn something from the situation and then we come out on top. Yes. You know what's crazy too? When I saw the number 11, I was going to tell you that in some decks, the number 8, the strength card, and 11, justice, can be switched. So I knew strength in some way was going to come out in your reading because 11 can signify strength. But there's something about, again, the resiliency of you, the bounce back of you. Queen of Wands, I heard, take it out. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So again, there's this energy of waiting, patience, not moving too fast. Knight of Swords in reverse can be crash and burn. Oh, I love this. Group 3, come on. All right. Group 3, what is it they need to see about their divine purpose over the next year? Chosen, not the chosen one, Group 3. Many are called, few are chosen. Do you accept the call? Your DNA is unlocked and loaded. Powerful discoveries ahead. Remember who you are. And remember, I said that at the beginning, like, you're a leader. This is about a revelation or a revelation that leads to a revolution. Group 3, I said you were a rare one. I just want to show you the other side. It says life is a game and experience. Your moves determine results. And I feel like this is about you making powerful moves. Group 3, come through. Oh, wow. I feel like Dedicated wanted to come out. We'll see if it comes out again, but we're going to get another card for you, Group 3. What is it that Group 3 needs to see? What is it that Group 3 needs to see about their divine purpose over the next year? I feel like a lot of this is about transforming negative energy and using it to become the bounce back. Endless curiosity. I just started to take another. I've only been taking one for each group. Spontaneous, precocious, interesting, driven, lively, logical, disrespectful. Mercury in the first house. Yeah, that's that Mercury energy. Aries, I am. Again, there's something about discovery in here. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, chosen, light the way. Man, messenger, connection and seek. You are the chosen one, Group 3. Group 3, what is it that Group 3 needs to see about their divine purpose over the next year? Capricorn rising, responsible, serious, deadpan humor, competent, image conscious, dependable, a leader. Point blank, period. Group 3, you are a leader. I'm going to take this one out too because it feels like it goes so well. Look, exploration of freedom of self, in pursuit of spiritual discovery. Spiritually developed, unrealistic plans. I actually love that. Chaotic education, focused. This is like you becoming Gandhi is kind of what this feels like, Group 3. The becoming of Group 3. I was here first. Proud on the other side. I love that. I'm actually going to put this over here so you can see it more clearly. All right, give me another, really a last one for Group 3. Last card for Group 3. Was it that one? Here, I need to shuffle. Final card for Group 3, their divine purpose over the next year. I feel like I would have chosen Group 3. I don't know, Group 2 or Group 3. Don't neglect, reject, or abandon yourself. Then it won't matter if anyone else does. This feels like the Great Awakening. Group 3, this feels like you're doing it alone and you're happy to do it alone. Like you're so excited to do it. This is like a journey. I'm shocked the Hermit did not come out. This is amazing to me that we have all these cards of like light the way, endless curiosity, discovery. I actually love this reading, Group 3. You're a leader. You're a spiritual leader. And it took you having gone through a trauma to become this person is what it's looking like. And I feel like this feels like the becoming of Jesus, right? Like it feels like you became a healer and you healed yourself, and now you're on a mission to heal others. And I feel like that's why we have, the rose, it takes time to bloom and blossom, and the snail takes time, right? It takes time for all of this, but you are the chosen one, Group 3. Oh my God, this is so powerful. If you're interested in a personal reading, if you liked this one, you can check me out at themoonempress.com. Also got an Etsy. And if you're interested in recurring readings, my Patreon is below. All the info to book a reading is listed below in the description box. But thank you so much. This is such a fun reading to do, Group 3. And I will talk to you, I'm sure, very, very soon. Ta-ta. What's up, Group 4? Trust your intuition, because I promise you it led you right here to this group for a reason. Let's see what your divine purpose over the next year is. So some of you could be an Aquarius, so maybe that's why you chose this group. I chose all these charms at random. Some of you maybe really resonate with Aquarius energy, quirky, unique. Also about the collective. I think Aquarius is so interesting in that way, that they're very unique and individualistic, but also all about unity and kind of you like getting people together and the collective energy. It kind of makes me think of Big Bang, like a bunch of different energies coming together and exploding and creating this crazy radical energy. I feel like that's Aquarius. Or maybe something happened in Aquarius season, who knows? And then we have Once Upon a Time. I'm hearing some of you could be Aquarians in Vedic astrology, some of you are Pisces, and we also have Once Upon a Time. So maybe you love fairy tales, Disney movies. We have the castle on the back, so maybe there's something about, I don't know, there could be, I'm also getting over the next year, there could be something about something coming to fruition by Aquarius season. And with Once Upon a Time, I feel like it's starting now, but I feel like this is the beginning of a fairy tale, Group 4. I really, really love that. Yeah, I feel like it's a fairy tale that kind of takes place by Aquarius season next year, or like a climatic moment happens by Aquarius season next year. But let's get more about your divine purpose through a number. All right. Got my dice here. Group 4, what do they need to know? Divine number for their divine purpose over the next year. Ooh, is this 9? 9. It's interesting because we're in a 9 year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 breaks down to a 9. 9s are all about wrapping something up. And I always get that energy with 9. There's two things I get. One is kind of like, it almost looks like a fetus, like in the womb. So there could be something about creation, but 9s are also about wrapping things up. I kind of get a ribbon energy with the number 9 too. So that could be about wrapping things up, things evolving into the next phase of things, the end of a generation. There could be something about endings and transitions, right? Which kind of makes sense with Once Upon a Time. And Aquarius is kind of like the end of the zodiac season. So interesting. Maybe something happens in the 9th month, September. But let's get a little bit more through the dice here. Group 4, their divine purpose over the next year. Group 4, we have unique, patient, resilient, enriched, and radiant. Ooh, I like unique and radiant together. Patient and resilient, enriched. This feels like you've got a light about you. It feels like a lightning bolt, a lightning strike, Group 4, with radiant and unique. There's something about you that's very individualistic. Again, you could be an Aquarius. And then we have patient. So there's something about staying true to yourself and kind of, I don't want to say waiting it out, but just being on that vibe for a bit. And then with resilience, There could be this bounce back energy that's going on, enriched. It's almost like if you were doing really well at something before, whatever that is, I feel like it actually is what made you unique and radiant. I feel like maybe you fell out of that for a bit, but with resilient and enriched, I see you going back into it. This kind of reminds me of Group 3's dice reading. And enriched, I feel like it's making you better, wealthier. It's making you more into the version of yourself that you wanted to be. So I feel like there's something about getting back to the old you, but it becomes the new you. Which I guess kind of makes sense with the once upon a time energy. And the number 9. All right, Group 4. Let's get into this. Your divine purpose over the next year. We have Anchorita, Solitude. Ooh, I love that this Hermit energy is coming through. And number 9 literally is the Hermit in Tarot. So there's an enlightening enrichment journey that I feel like you're going on alone. We have clear path. Sweep away any obstacles so you can see your next move. So I'm getting something with the lantern and the broom. I feel like there's a message in here about clearing. And this is not just clearing your space. I mean, for a lot of you, this could be a message like, you know, you need to clean that room or that drawer, or whatever has that clutter in it. I'm hearing clear your mind to clear your home. Clear your mind to unwind. There's something about clearing in here. And I feel like clearing allows for the path to appear more clearly than manifesting. I'm hearing that so clearly. There's something about clearing where it's almost like you don't have to manifest because the next move is just going to be right there in front of you. Winged chaos. The situation changes rapidly, and so must your response. As rapidly as a broom to a dirty floor. It feels like there's something, like things are changing crazily. And again, I feel like clearing is the easiest way to make good things happen for yourself. Connection, spirit's guiding you to make the right decisions now. I feel like there's definitely this energy of once you clear, everything is going to become obvious. The path is going to light up. Group, oh, there's my DNA coming through. Okay, not my hair. Balance and transformation. Some of you could be Libras too. Battle and emotions. I feel like there's something with chaos, and then we have battle and emotions, and then balance and transformation. Getting something with like holding up a scale or holding up a light. I feel like you're doing some shadow work here, which does make sense with the Hermit energy, number 9, and Anchorita, Solitude. Yeah, Group 4, I feel like you're shining a light on like, oh, okay, let's clean out the cobwebs over here. Or, you know, I do need to work on this, whatever it is. Why did I want to say part of my body? Like you're looking in the mirror and you're like, okay, we need to fix that. This just feels, especially with that word resilient, it's like, let's start anew. And I feel like that's what the once upon a time is about. This could even be like a YouTube channel because Aquarius has to do with technology. So maybe there's like a Twitch or a stream or I don't know, something that you kind of want to start like a channel. And this is your sign to get started with it, especially with the word connection there. Could be internet connection. Maybe this is the journey that you're starting alone. But then I feel like you're going to build a community. All right, Group 4, divine purpose over the next year. All right. I'm actually hearing take the Chariot first. I'm hearing take the 9 of Wands first. 9 of Wands is Sag energy. The Chariot is Cancer. I'm wondering, it really depends which one I take first. Now I'm hearing take the Chariot first. That's crazy. The Chariot is all about moving forward. It's like the car of the tarot. And then we run into the 9 of Wands, which is like a fence. So I'm like, are we running through this fence? What's going on here? Okay. Group 4, tell me more about their divine purpose over the next year. Ooh, the Empress just popping on out. Okay. Why am I feeling like the Empress is actually guarding the gate? Or there's something like the gate is guarding the Empress, and then someone's trying to get through here. All paths lead to the Empress is what I just heard. Interesting. The Knight of Swords. Group 4. This feels like you're trying to bust down the walls to become the ultimate creatrix. Or in order to become the ultimate creatrix, right? The Empress, the queen of all queens, the ultimate manifester and attractor. It's feeling like I'm hearing the word bulldoze. That's what I'm getting with the Chariot to the Nine of Wands, and also with Clear Path. It's like something just has to get the fuck out of the way, right? We have the Knight of Swords. There's like this big, it's almost like a rushed energy. Yeah, I'm hearing take out the Hierophant. So Taurus energy. By the way, this is Gemini energy, Venusian energy with the Empress. So that's Taurus and Libra. This feels like you're going about becoming the ultimate you in a very unconventional way, in a very unorthodox way. It's like I'm getting bulldoze energy, right? Like in order to become the best version of yourself, the most resilient version, I feel like there's something about just knocking down the doors. You're looking at your potential here. And on the other side, yeah, this is what I look at. This side is, to me, the main intention. This side is what I look at is what's causing this. So we've got a lot of daydreaming here. I feel like you're finally following through on your dreams over the next year. That's your divine purpose, Group 4. There's something about shining a light on the path that's unfolding. And I feel like there's like obstacles along the path, but you're fucking bulldozing through that shit. I'm hearing bulldozing through that bitch. Okay. Group 4. Are you being polite about it at least? Let's see. Group 4. What does Group 4 need to see their divine purpose over the next year? Guarded. There you go. Nine of Wands. And depriving yourself of true fulfillment. Dreaming of what it could be instead of what it is. That makes me think of that Two of Wands energy and the Seven of Cups energy. Opportunities await you, but you must be willing to make risks and unlock the gate that is keeping you trapped and settling. Where are you depriving yourself of true harmony in your life, staying in your comfort zone? Interesting. Like I said, this is a very unorthodox path to becoming the ultimate creatrix. Even if you're a man watching this, this is really all about becoming... The Empress is like the ultimate creator, right? She's the divine feminine. She's goddess energy. She's the baddest bitch in the deck. She's the attractor. She's a master manifester with just a thought, because that's how fast and beautifully she creates. Like, this just feels like your energy is so sacred, Group 4. And I feel like you're discovering how sacred it is over the next year. That's your divine purpose, to discover how sacred you are. I feel like you're guarding yourself. But this could also be about, yeah, I feel like you're just knocking down barriers on the way to becoming this amazing person. And it's very unorthodox. The answer cannot always be yes on this side. I do feel like people aren't liking that you're guarding your energy so much. And this can also represent other people wanting to get through, but you not accepting the bare minimum. Look, on this side, we have deja vu, dreams, visions, imagination. There's so much about visions and dreams and daydreaming. It's like you're finally following through on your wildest dreams. Wow, I love it. All right. Another message for Group 4. Tell me about Group 4's divine purpose over the next year. Tumultuous social interactions. Innovative thinker, devoted to friends, hates superficiality, small circle of trust. Yeah, you are, I think this, was it Group 1? It was Group 1 or Group 2. Had a very particular reading about guarding your small circle. And this is what this makes me think of the circle of trust, right? Pluto in the 11th house, Aquarius. Come on. I know. Yeah, we have that Aquarius charm. I don't think people are liking how much you're guarding your energy. I don't think people are, I'm hearing, taking ill to that fact. It's almost like, how dare you not let me in your close, small social circle? Like, people think they are very entitled to you. I'm getting that with connection too. But you don't want to be everybody's best friend. Expansive horizons. Dynamic on the other side. Yeah, you've got this air about you. You've got this light, this Empress energy about you that can attract anyone or anything. And I think a lot of people feel some type of way about that. I'm also hearing get out of my way with, I almost wanted to say the Hermit. Solitude card and clear a path. Like, this is like, get the fuck out of my way. Maybe that's why people are, you know, not, I keep hearing taking ill to that. Like, they don't like that. Maybe you're not being so kind about going about what you want. I don't even feel like that's it. I just feel like you're very headstrong and people don't like that. Fruit 4. Okay, you know what? You exist infinitely beyond this universe. I feel like you're discovering that. I feel like you already know that, but you're rediscovering that. Take a walk in nature today and consciously connect with Mother Earth. There's a lot about the mother. The Empress is the mother. What is truly best for you is best for everyone involved, which can be, for some people, not talking to them, which I feel like that's a problem for some people. Balance and transformation. I have to remember what that said. Yeah, this is a huge transformation. I feel like you are no longer just allowing anyone to have access to your energy. I feel like this is all about clearing a path and then watching the universe unfold for you in the best way possible. This is about going after your dreams in a very unconventional way over the next year. Group 4, you have your work cut out for you. But this is all about, I feel like, telling the world who you are. This is like a very strong energy. Very headstrong energy. So I hope this resonated. If you're interested in your own personal reading, check out my description box. You can also book me on themoonempress.com or Etsy. And if you're interested in recurring readings, check out my Patreon, also in the description box. Thank you so much, Group 4. This was so fun to do. And hopefully I will talk to you guys again very soon. Mwah.